I've been a Star Wars fan my whole entire life. Like, I was born in front of a TV just as Obi-Wan Kenobi was telling Luke,
"The Force will be with you, always."
And I instantly believed. In my adult years, I've come to a greater familiarity with the movie's flaws and shortcomings, and have indulged in my fair share of creative plot hole-filling play, and I still stand up for the prequels. Don't hate me. But my enthusiasm for the movies and the lore is maybe a bit more mature now. I still get giddy watching them, but I'm also interested in examining them more deeply. Heather and I have been watching the movies of Hayao Miyazaki lately, and those films' striking and refreshing foregrounding of community as a fundamental character relationship has got me thinking about the fundamental thematic character relationships of other stories. I used to think about the father-son axis as the prime relationship of Star Wars, and I don't know if I'd ultimately change my mind on that, but often the importance of that relationship is invisible, merely implied within the context of the entire series, whereas in the thick of episode 4 you're like, wait, father and son, what? And especially since the release of The Force Awakens and now Rogue One, I'm drawn to a different and perhaps more central thematic character relationship: friendship. Now, this is different from a lot of other recent sci-fi movies, especially from the past couple of years. As movie critic A.O. Scott has pointed out recently, a lot of blockbusters in 2016 can be analyzed on a thematic level as office sitcoms, foregrounding the personnel and human resources management issues that arise among workmates in a corporate setting. Like, the Avengers aren't really friends in a fundamental sense, but colleagues. Scott characterizes Captain America: Civil War as basically a story of office rivalries and mission statement drafting. And the same can be said of Star Trek Beyond, which Scott compares to an extended business seminar on crisis management and how to deal with office romances. And of course, Star Wars definitely has colleague-type relationships in it, but closer to the center of the story's movement, I observe the friendship.
The vision out of my head. They're my friends. I gotta help them.
C.S. Lewis wrote about friendship as a type of love that centers around a common vision or goal. We picture lovers face to face, he writes, but friends side by side. Their eyes look ahead. A friendship for Lewis is always about something. Friends care about the same truth, as it were. The man who agrees with us that some question, little regarded by others, is of great importance can be our friend, he says. He need not agree with us about the answer. So it is with friends I see in Star Wars. C-3PO and R2-D2, Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, Han and Chewbacca, Luke and Leia, and even more poignantly to me, Rey and Finn. I don't read Rey and Finn's relationship as primarily romantic, at least not in The Force Awakens. They're friends first and foremost. What ties them together is the exigency of flight and survival. Then, in an elliptical and fumbling turn, the existence of the Force and the need to resist darkness.
Thank you, my friend.
They learn that they agree on the importance of the question, even if their answers differ in various ways over the course of the story. I think Lewis is definitely right about the nature of friendship, even though it is defined by an outward vision, a parallel rather than a mutual gaze. Friendship is more than just working together. Friendship consists in a non-romantic form of love. And when so much energy seems to be spent in pop culture and just culture on dating and romance and sex and marriage, the foregrounding of friendship is, to me, refreshing. After all, I believe it is this kind of love that moves people forward together, facing outward and ahead, accomplishing great things. We can always use more of that in our stories.